So this week I joined a couple groups on Facebook in regard to the Protestant Catholic Church separation and what that looks like. Everything else has been kind of fun, commenting and hearing different perspectives. So the focus on today that I wanted to do is basically a focus on definitions and what everything actually looks like. So, Webster's Dictionary. Christian definition right here is a person who believes in the doctrines of Jesus and acknowledges his divinity. Loosely, a person having the qualities expected of one who professes Christianity. So basically, a Christian is somebody who believes that Christ died on the cross and rose again for our sins and accepts that he is who he says he was when he said he was the Son of God. So that is something that is pertinent to both the Catholic and Protestant churches. So the difference between Catholic and Protestant then, so Catholicism, here like a Catholic, basically just says it's the original Christian church before the schism between East-West, before the East or West, before the Reformation, pertaining to the whole Christian church, those types of things. So we basically, Catholics just have a doctrine that we adhere to that we consider infallible, right? But it's the base foundation of where Christianity originated. It's the original Christian church. So then, Protestant definition is right here. So a Protestant is a member of any Christian body which separated from the Roman Catholic Church at the Reformation or of any later offshoot of such a body, such as the Anglican, Baptist, Congregational, Evangelical, Lutheran, Methodist, Reformed, and the Presbyterian churches. And then the noun of it is somebody who protests. So basically what ended up happening was when Luther and the church split, they ended up protesting the Catholic Church, and thus began Protestantism. And it's anyone who's outside of the Catholic Church. So then how does that relate to us? In 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 to be specific, Paul talks about how some people want to follow Paul, some people want to follow Apollo. And how Paul, he says how he planted the seed and Apollos watered the seed. So between Paul and Apollo, but that nothing could grow, and anything that grew was of God, and it was only God that could grow. So basically Paul planted the seed, Apollos watered it, and then God grew from it. So in viewing this, it's almost like because the Catholic Church was the origination, it's like the Catholic Church is that seed. The Catholic Church is the seed that was planted, and then the Protestant Church is what grows it. It's what causes it to be able to grow. And working together, because you can't just have a seed that says, "Oh, I'm not gonna spread my roots and I'm not gonna grow this and that. I'm transplanting something right now and I didn't know, because we cut it off from another plant and it's in water right now to grow the roots." And so the Protestant and Catholic Church, we need to find a way to work together because we are both a Christian church. We are completely, we have the same God. We have the Trinitarian God, the Father, Son, Spirit, and we believe in the divinity of Jesus Christ. And we have so much more in common, and it's this whole seed-water thing where, I converted Catholic, but I still go to non-Catholic services on a pretty regular basis and listen to non-Catholic music and all these things, and I incorporate both. And without both in my life, I don't think that I would be where I am spiritually. I could be this most religious, rigid person in the world, but I'm not. I focus more on my spirituality than I do that, but I allow the Catholic Church to take those sacraments that they have, like consuming the body and blood of Christ, like baptism, like confession, and I use all of those things in order to expand my spiritual life, in order to continue my spiritual transformation so that I can become more as Christ was, which in the definition of Christian is somebody who seems they would be more like Christ in their deal. So that's that. I think it's cool when Catholics, Protestants work together to just kind of find our end goal that's actually a lot more similar than I think we can see. So just thoughts for the day, definitions. So good old Webster's. It's great. So yeah, if you would like to, if it helps, share, comment, subscribe. I will, like usual, try to keep up with the comments as well as I can. And I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Be sure to check out the description below, and I'll include a couple verses there for you as well. So have a great Sunday. We'll see you again next week.